Hi folks, and welcome to today's video, why your sciatica pain is taking so long to get better. Now, I do make a lot of good content for those folks out there suffering with low back pain issues such as sciatica nerve pain, herniated discs, bulging discs, lumbar stenosis, lumbar arthritis. If that is you, hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified when I put some new great content up on YouTube to get you back on the road to recovery. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So folks, welcome to today's video, why your sciatica is taking so long to recover, to get better, and 8 things that can slow your recovery. Now, what we're going to talk about today in this video is primarily sciatica, which is caused by herniated or bulging discs. Because I get a lot of people talking to me on my free advice calls saying, Colin, you know, this nerve pain's been going on now for 2 months, 4 months, 6, 8, 10, even 12 months. Is this normal? Why is it taking so long to heal? So I wanted to make this video for you guys out there who are struggling to understand why it takes so long to explain the injury mechanism, why it takes so long, and 8 things that could also be sabotaging your recovery, okay? So first of all, there's a picture that's going to flash up here, and it's basically a picture of a herniated bulging disc, and you'll see the bulging disc there is pushing on the nerve there, that's the sciatica nerve. It is the longest nerve in the body. There's another picture that's going to flash up in a second. It travels out of your lumbar spine, goes all the way down your leg. One of the longest, in fact, it is the longest peripheral nerve, and it is very thick, excuse me, in some places 2 centimeters thick. Now, that's going to flash off in just a second. Now, we have sort of 4 main areas associated with the pain, and I've got a little prop to use here today. This is just some Cat5, Cat6 network cable here. So one of the first things is mechanical compression. So if I take this nerve and I basically squeeze it, I push there, I compress it, that is going to cause a pain response. Okay, if you push the nerve, press the nerve, there is going to be a pain response. It's going to create weakness in the leg, numbness, etc. We also have inflammation, because when we damage the nerve when it's being compressed, or inflammatory materials from the disc, this foreign material, it is going to cause further irritation, weakness, tingling. It's going to further irritate the nerve, which of course means more pain. We also have something called intraneural edema. Edema just means a gathering of liquid, okay? Swelling. Now, if you can see, I've actually stripped off the cable here. You can see these little fibers. So imagine this is your nerve here, and these are the individual nerve fibers held within the bundle of the nerve. You'll get swelling within this section of fibers, which of course can lead to ischemia, which is like this lack of blood flow, which increases further swelling, which means another cascade of inflammatory responses, cytokines, etc., which all move forward to give you more pain. Now, you also have something called demyelination. Now, you may have heard that term if you know somebody who suffers from MS, multiple sclerosis, which is where the myelin sheath, and the myelin sheath, we imagine this is our single nerve fiber here. The green is the myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is a substance which helps helps the speed of transfer of the nerve signals backwards and forwards, and it can be damaged. So you probably struggle to this, but I've actually stripped off one of these individual fibers. So I've stripped it to the copper, okay? So I've demyelinated it, basically. And when that happens, you're going to have a further pain increase. You're going to have tingling in your leg, weakness. So you have this huge cascade of events which kind of compound each other, which to give you more pain, more pain, more pain. And it can take several weeks to calm down. Now, before I go into the kind of 8 things which can also affect your recovery, why does it take so long? What is the sort of sole reason for this recovery journey? Quite simply, one word: time, okay? So let me explain. We have 3 phases generally of the injury phase. You have what's called the acute phase, where you just do this initial injury, okay? Excuse me. Lasts up to about 6 weeks in length, and that's when you're most painful. You're struggling to walk, perhaps sit down, lie down. There's a lot of large cytokine response. There's a lot of physiological mechanisms happening at that time. Typically lasts 6-7 weeks. Then you move on to what's called the subacute phase. That typically goes from 6 weeks up to 3-4 months. This is where that initial inflammation has calmed down, and you're now starting to regrow the nerve. It's a long process, okay? Then you move into what's called the chronic phase, which can be 3-4 months up to a year, 18 months, 2 years, etc., where the nerve is continuing to grow, continue to lay down new myelin, which can take many, many months, and in some cases years, for it to become matured, thickened up again, ready to be optimal, okay, for transmitting nerve signals. Now, there's a picture that's going to pop up now. It's a nerve fiber, and the violet colored area, you see it's highlighted myelin, okay, that's covering your nerve fiber, the axon itself, and that's what has to be relayed down again. Now, the big problem about this is, in perfect conditions, okay, it grows, the nerve fiber itself grows at about 1 millimeter per day in perfect conditions, okay? So again, speed of growth, the time it takes is generally the number one problem. Because what actually happens is, we'll use this, we'll pretend this is our nerve fiber here and it's been demyelinated, okay? And I'm going to use electrical tape here as my new myelin. So as the axon grows, okay, it's growing and growing, along behind it comes myelin, and it does this, it kind of grows almost like you're winding it across. So as the nerve is going forward, the myelin comes along behind and grows almost at the same rate, a little bit behind it, and grows and remyelinates that area. But as I said, optimal conditions, okay, it's happening at approximately 1 millimeter today. If it's not optimal, it could be 0.5 millimeter, 1/4 millimeter, 0, maybe only grow 1 millimeter in a week for all you know. There are so many factors that can affect the growth of this. And some of these we can control, and some of these we cannot control, okay? So what are 8 of the things that will affect the recovery of your sciatica nerve and that reduction in pain? Okay, number 1 is your age. Unfortunately, if you are under 40, fortunately, if you're under 40, then you typically have a normal remyelination rate. Okay, so you should be hopefully aiming for 1 millimeter per day of new nerve fiber growth. However, if you're 40 to 60, it is much slower. If you're 60 plus, it is significantly slower. And in some cases, complete remyelination does not actually occur. Okay, so number 1 is your age. We cannot control that, I know, but you can put yourself in the best conditions regardless of age. 2, you're not decompressing the disc. So when the disc is herniated, material comes out, it is advised that you take pressure off of the spine, try to decompress the disc to give the body a chance to remove that disc material. If you keep stimulating, if you keep pressing on that disc, it keeps pushing the herniated or the bulging material into that nerve, it's always going to be irritated, it's going to take longer to heal. So you have to somehow, even lying on the ground, putting your legs up on the wall, putting them up on a small stool perhaps, will give you a break during the day, and it will help to decompress that disc. You're a smoker. Number 3, smoking has been shown to reduce blood flow, it reduces healing in general in the body. So if you are a smoker, you are going to hinder your recovery rate. You're a drinker, or in fact you drink too much alcohol, okay? Most of us like a drink now and again, but again, they have shown when it comes to regeneration of the body and healing, if you tend to drink too much, you'll affect nutrient assimilation, absorption, which of course will then affect healing. Your diet, you eat a high sugar diet, a lot of man-made oils, artificial stuff, has been shown to increase general inflammation in the body, and it will limit the body's ability to heal. So number 4 is your diet, okay? 5, sleeping. You don't sleep enough. You're getting good quality 7-8 hours sleep, however much you need. That is when the body heals. That is when the body repairs itself. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not given the optimal chance for your body to recover properly. Now, another area which is one which has been explored is supplementation. There is quite a lot of inference in the literature that there are certain supplements you can take which will assist with healing, okay? I am actually making a guide on this. I'm going to talk about it probably in next week's video. A list of the top supplements that you can take to assist your healing. Now remember, a supplement is, as its name suggests, it is a supplement to everything else you're doing. But if you want to optimize your recovery, you may want to consider supplementing with certain supplements which have been shown in the literature to decrease inflammation and increase or allow the body to increase the time it can lay down remyelination and heal that nerve, okay? Moving on, number 7, you suffer from chronic stress. Now, if you are under a lot of pressure from work, stressful situation, stressful job, you may have elevated cortisol levels. That has been shown detrimental to healing and can lead to more inflammation. So again, that is going to basically lengthen the time it's going to take for you to recover. And number 8, it's a really big one, is you're doing too much too soon, okay? You might be, you've done a rehab program for perhaps a month, 2 months, whatever. You stop doing the rehab program, you go back to the gym again, and you re-injure yourself. Because it takes so long for this nerve to regenerate and to be laid down properly, you have to maintain, good spine hygiene. You have to maintain a good sort of core stability program, taking stress off of the disc itself, managing the nerve, not stretching the nerve unnecessarily. And you must understand that when the nerve is regenerating, the myelin's been being relayed down, remyelination, that if you do something untoward, you can damage that, you can basically hinder the progress of that healing. It's going to take you longer. So this is a long game, okay? It's not a sprint, it is a marathon for sure, all right? So there's 8 main things that can be hindering your progress, and all of those things will affect the healing time, the remyelination rate, the inflammation, etc. So people often say, just to recap, Colin, it's been 4 months, 6 months, 12 months, 14 months. Is this normal? Yes, it is. In many cases, it is, okay? You need time. You need to put in the effort, okay, with regards to a good rehab program. You got to understand it is a long process. You got to try to get your diet in check, okay, your spinal hygiene in check. All these things play large factors in how long it's going to take for you to recover from that nerve issue, okay? So yes, it is a long process, okay? You just got to stick with it. But I want you to understand it is a long marathon. It's not a sprint, all right? And look, listen, if you're out there suffering from your own sciatica nerve pain issues, herniated disc, bulging disc, back problems, reach out to me, okay? I do a free advice call, which I jump on a call with you guys, 45 minutes, an hour. You can tell me your story. I do send you a questionnaire beforehand to get a full backstory, and then I can give you the best advice I possibly can during that call. However, one note, these calls are currently free. However, I've had a lot of people booking in calls with me recently and they do not show up. So I may actually have to start charging for this call, okay? So please guys, if you do book in for a call, okay, I, within 1 day, will email you back a questionnaire to fill in and to confirm the call. Please check your emails. If you book a call, please check. It'll come from colin.mcgregor@bashbackpain.com, because the other day I had 2 people who were signed up for a call. Nobody showed up, okay? And those times could be used by somebody else who was looking to speak to me, who was serious about, getting back to top health, all right? So guys, listen, any questions, comments at all on this video, please shoot me up down below. You want to reach out to me directly, you can book a call, drop me an email. Don't forget, of course, for the algorithm to like, share, and you want more great information, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.